Hi guys, welcome to Body Fix Golf with me, Russ Jones. Today, we're going to show you if you're on your road and you've only got body weight and a rubber band, how you can still get an efficient upper body workout. Let's swing hard, stay healthy. Right, first exercise we're going to look at is going to target the posture muscles. So I'm going to be flat on my front. Don't need the band just yet for this one. Body weight is going to be sufficient. So I like to always make sure my spine's ready to exercise. So I just gently mobilize by pushing up and down, keeping my hips on the mat, and just getting a little stretch there, extending through my spine. Once I've done 5 of those, I'm going to take my arms down by my side. I like to start knuckles down, and now I'm going to engage everything behind me to lift the chest, lift the arms, and now try to rotate as best I can, palms out away from me. From there, I'm just going to hold and breathe. You'll notice every time you inhale, you can rise up a bit, you feel nice and strong. Exhale, you might drop slightly. Now build that exercise up. Start with maybe 15 seconds at a time, building up to 30. Hold it for 1 minute if you want to. Harder than that exercise to progress to is if I start moving my arms around. So if I go back to the same setup, engage, lift, lift, rotate, and now try to swing my arms forward and back without touching the floor. Almost like butterfly swimming. And the further I go forward, the more intense that is for my body. So if you get to 90 degrees and you're already feeling that might be troublesome for your lower back, then do not go any further up. Stay in that little range there. And again, build that one up for time. Next exercise we're going to look at is press-ups. So we see these all over the world. They've been around for many, many years. They're very effective. They get butchered quite a bit. Technique can start to slide. So we're going to show you how to do them safely and correctly. I'm trying to maintain a level spine, but I just lower and raise and lower and raise. Hand position, I like to go slightly wider than my shoulders. Go into a nice straight position, and then I should be able to lower and raise and lower and raise under control for at least 10 repetitions is what I want to build up to. Now, some of you might find that a bit tricky. There is a kneeling variant, so we could go to kneeling press-ups. I'm not the biggest fan of kneeling press-ups. I'd much rather go to maybe using a staircase or a chair or even the side of a sofa arm, and that creates a little bit of angle that makes the full press-up a little bit easier for you to build up to. Another thing we can do is eccentric only press-ups, really good for increasing strength. Now we're up to 30% stronger when we stretch under load through a muscle than we are pushing back up again. So even though you might not be able to come up, you can still gently lower yourself down. And it looks like this. Same setup, the lower I go, the better, and the slower I go, the better. And you just slowly bring yourself down, and then you lie down. Then push your bum back, set yourself back up again, same setup, and repeat. And over time, you'll get stronger at coming back up. Now for some of you with the rubber band, normal press-ups are getting quite comfortable. I can add some resistance with the rubber band. So I put it around my back, have it in my hands like so, put my hands back down, and now I've got resisted push-ups. Like so, just to make it that little bit more spicy. Side plank we're looking at next. First of all, can you do a standard side plank? Now the easy variation is my top leg goes straight, bottom leg bent like so, and I just bring myself up, either hand on hip or arm in the air. If I'm comfortable here, I can add rotation. So by comfortable, I mean, can you stay in this position for 30 seconds? If you can, to make it a little bit more interesting, because that's the downside of planks, they can be boring if you're just holding the position. Put my fingers behind my ear and then rotate down and back up again. Down and back up again. I do the same for time rather than count reps. See if I can continue rotation because it's adding more instability, more challenge to the shoulder, the obliques and the hip. The obvious then progression from there is no bent leg. So 2 straight legs. I like forward with the top leg just to give me that little bit of control so I don't fall over. Up and down. Again, I do that on both sides. Next exercise, we're going to look at the upper back. I'm going to go to half kneeling, so on one knee, band pull aparts. Very simple, but man does this one burn. So I bring my leg forwards just to take pressure off my back. I like to do 2 sets, so I do a set on the other knee. Straight arms, good tall posture. Now just pull the band apart and just work to a nice burn on this one. Now if I do that from behind, you'll see my shoulder blades move quite a bit. So that gets right across that upper back, back of the shoulders, our rhomboid muscles that sit between those shoulder blades. In this half kneeling position brings me on to the next exercise. I step on my band, I press up to make this picture frame, and from there, I'm going to try and rotate. So I'm lengthening the lats, working the shoulders, trying to stabilize that forward leg, and just add rotation, and just count your rotations until there's a bit of burn through the shoulders. That'll be where you're going to feel it. And then relax there. So there you go. Give those ones a whirl. Okay guys, there you go. So I'm sure you're feeling a burn in quite a lot of your upper body muscles there. Just your body weight and a band. It's amazing what you can get done with such little equipment. Keep working on it, keep practicing, improve the repetitions, keep the form good, and swing hard, stay healthy.